Hi, I'm Kevin Klein, City Councillor for CTW and Chair of the Winnipeg Police Board. Here's a quick update from City Hall. It is a thank you in a way and a kind of a nudge for some other people. I want to take this opportunity to thank our first responders. That's our police, fire, paramedics, and I also want to thank the security folks here at City Hall because yesterday we had a visitor. We had a man come into the lobby of City Hall and he was obviously distraught, obviously having a bad reaction to methamphetamine. Admittedly, he said he was having a bad reaction to something that he injected, and it was quite interesting. He felt his body was on fire. He thought his clothes smelled like gasoline. He took off all his clothes. He was just sat there worried, really looking for help without saying I need help, but sitting there and asking, can you see the sparks on my skin? Can you smell the gasoline? I need to deal with it. I need to fix this. I took something I shouldn't have. There's something wrong with me, and on and on and on. And I'm really proud of how people handled that. Kept him calm by talking to him, asking questions, but not too hard of questions. But during this process, you could feel that he was distraught. This wasn't him. This was a drug. This was a bad drug. It doesn't make, it doesn't make you feel good, and it's addictive. And I felt very bad for this man. But I was very pleased with how everybody treated him. Our first responders arrived. Police were first. They were very cordial to the man. They were caring. They were asking him questions. They were trying to help him realize he wasn't on fire, that his body wasn't sparking. They did a good job of diffusing the situation. And we're always very critical of our first responders. We're quick to judge them and complain, but they did an exceptional job. And kudos as well to the paramedics that arrived, the ambulance and then fire, all of which having a conversation with the gentleman in a calm way, not converging on him, and explaining what they would do to help him. And he followed right along because you know what, he wanted help. He couldn't ask for it, but he wanted help. But thank you to the first responders. Thank you for how you treated that man. Thank you for what you do every day. I know some days it's probably a thankless job because we're not patting you on the back for being heroes, for going into situations and helping people that we wouldn't go into. And you do this 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Doesn't matter if it's on holidays. So again, thank you very much for what you do. I applaud each and every one of you. At the same time, you know what? You have to nudge our federal and provincial government as well, at all three levels of government. It's time to get off the chair and get to work. Think of the money. Think of the money that we are spending on a daily basis, not just at our first responders, but at our hospitals. Think of the money that we're losing because of the damage that meth is doing to families. It takes kids away from their parents or parents away from their kids. It is a drug that is debilitating our society. It is getting worse every day. Not just Winnipeg, all across the country, people are talking about this, and still we're talking about the carbon tax. We're collecting more money for this. We're collecting more money for that. Use that money to fix the problem. All levels of government. Let's get that money to use. Let's help solve this problem. If we know the drug is coming in from overseas, then let's deal with that. If we have to put more border patrol on to check more packages or get more dogs that can smell more packages, then let's do that. If it's going to take an extra 2 days to get a package because we have higher security levels, I'm fine with that. And I'm sure everyone else would be fine with that. And I'd rather you take the $50, $100, $200 million that you've got earmarked for other small projects and move it into this and fix it right now. We need to stop the drug from coming into the country or do a better job. At least do a better job. At least admit that it's coming in that way and fix it. We need the province to step up. We need more beds to help people that get addicted. They don't want to be like this. They don't want to be in that state. We need to help them get out of that state. It might take a lot of money today, but it's going to save us a lot more. So it's going to save us a lot more when you consider the cost of every one of those calls, which happens how many times a day in Winnipeg? I don't know. But I venture to say it's more than 10, right? So think of that cost. Let's be smart. Let's invest our money as opposed to just spending it and ignoring the problem. Let's invest it, fix it. Let's get some higher penalties for the drug dealers. They're selling death. They are ruining families. So this is not a minor crime. Let's call it what it is. They're selling death. Let's charge them accordingly. There's lots that we could do. So I'm asking all levels of government, let's do something to fix this problem today. Let's stop talking about it. Let's focus on it, and let's eradicate meth from our country, from our streets. I know we won't entirely, but we can get close if we do the work. Thank you. Have a good weekend. We have some motions next week that are going to be very good. I hope that you'll like them. It's, we're looking to be a part. We're not looking to be a part of the problem. We want to be the solution. So we won't complain about things unless we have an alternative. Like now, we're not complaining, but we have an alternative. Let's put some money where we need to have it. We'll do that with the city as well. If you have a question or something you'd like to know, it's your money, and I work for you. So please ask, because you deserve answers, and we will find the answer for you, and we'll be open and honest with it. So you can leave your question here on any one of our social media platforms, or you can send an email to kevinkay@kevinkline.ca, or use the city email, which is kkline@winnipeg.ca. Have a good weekend.